Is the iPhone 12 Pro Max the only camera you need for real estate? Let's find out. Hey, it's Nick with Table 19 Media, where we show you how to take better photos and video so you can grow your brand. Now that the iPhone 12 and the 12 Pro Max have been out for a couple months now, I think it's an important question to ask if that phone can actually be the only camera you need to take all of your photos and video for real estate. Now, I already did a review on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which I recently upgraded to. I already did a video on that previously. So if you want to watch that first, you can go ahead and watch the video up here. The link's up here, or the link is in the description. Now, before everybody starts commenting on how an iPhone will never replace a real DSLR or a mirrorless camera, let me preface this by saying that yes, I do not think that iPhones will ever completely replace DSLRs or mirrorless cameras or even cinema cameras. But I do think that if you maybe do not already have one of those type of cameras, but you do have an iPhone or you're looking to upgrade to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, that could very much handle the type of photos and video that you need to take for your real estate needs, especially if you are a property manager or you own your own rental or your vacation rental. You could easily take photos and video to show off your property in a professional manner. Now, I'm a professional photographer, so I still use my Sony A7 III to take photos when clients hire me to shoot videos and photos of their properties. So I'm in no way advocating that you should throw out your Sony or your Canon cameras and just use an iPhone 12 or a 12 Pro Max. But there is something to be said about the quality that the iPhone and similar phones like that have in taking photos and video that I think the average person will not be able to notice that that video or photo was taken with an iPhone. I've been shooting photos and videos of properties with an iPhone for years now, starting with an iPhone 7 Plus and then going to a iPhone 11 Pro Max and then now the iPhone 12 Pro Max. There have been shots where I have used the iPhone because it was either easier to get the shot that I needed with it, or it was simply me showing other agents and property managers how they can take better photos and videos with their phones. And real quick, I have a plug for my real estate photography and real estate video courses where I show you how to use your phone to take better photos and video for real estate. And you can check that out in the description. I've seen the results from an iPhone as far as photos and video that I think that very easily you could use your phone if you're in a pinch or that's the only camera that you have to take quality photos and video. And after shooting with the iPhone 12 Pro Max for several months now, I think that the iPhone 12 Pro Max can very easily be the only camera you need to take great looking photos and videos for any property. First, let's talk about video. Now, the video quality on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, in my opinion, is the best yet of the iPhones. And you would expect that because that is the latest iteration, the latest release, the latest model iPhone. So having the ability to shoot 4K resolution at 60 frames a second allows you to capture buttery smooth movements at the highest resolution you could possibly need for any video that you would like to produce for a property. Right out of the phone, you get great color to work with. So if it's something where you don't really want to mess with color grading anything, you could very easily just set the color to natural and shoot with that, and you're gonna get a great result. Here's some examples of doing just that. Now, I do recommend that you do use a 3-axis gimbal when shooting video with your phone, because that's gonna get rid of all the shakiness of you trying to walk through a property and hold it straight, and it just won't look professional, even if you are shooting with a great smartphone like the iPhone 12. So if you're wanting to take a stab at shooting video of your property with the iPhone, definitely make sure that you get a 3-axis gimbal like the DJI Osmo. When I do shoot videos of properties, I'm going to be shooting in 4K resolution, which is the highest resolution on the iPhone, so that I have plenty of room. Even if I need to tighten that shot a little bit, I'm not going to lose quality. But then I'm also either going to be shooting at 24 frames a second, which is a nice cinematic movement. You're going to get that nice motion blur, or 60 frames a second, which means that if I'm editing on a 24 frame timeline, I can slow that down if I need to. Either way, with a 60 frames or 24 frames a second, you're gonna get a nice cinematic quality movement in your video, and to me, that looks the best. Again, if you have any questions about shooting video on your iPhone for real estate, let me know in the comments below any questions that you might have. And also check out the Mobile Video Pro for Real Estate course that I have in the description below. Now let's talk about photos for the iPhone 12. The sensor and the camera on the iPhone 12 really allows you to take nice photos of a property. Now you're gonna wanna make sure that wherever you're shooting, it's well lit. During the day, I wouldn't recommend taking photos at night unless you're going to do a time lapse or a long exposure image, so that you have plenty of time to gather the necessary light to have a nice clean image. So this definitely isn't for I would say my experience shooting in low light, even with the iPhone 12, is that it's going to be mixed. You're going to get mixed results, and whatever you can do to have the most amount of light while shooting, you're going to end up with a better image. Here's some sample photos I took with my iPhone at a shoot that I did, just to highlight the quality of the photos and how you could very easily take photos of a property, either whether it's for a listing or for a rental, that would show it off well even with your phone. Now recently, Apple released Apple ProRes, which allows you to shoot in ProRes RAW format on the iPhone, which again, gives you more data to work with, captures more data, more information, so that when you go to edit the photo, you have a little bit more latitude as far as editing, more information in the shadows and in the highlights that you can pull from and edit with, so that your dynamic range is going to be a lot more than just a standard JPEG. Because of that extra information, an Apple ProRes RAW image will be about 25 megabytes each. So if space is a consideration on your phone, that may not be the best way to go. You may have to stick with JPEG, but if you do have the space on your phone, I would recommend shooting in the Apple ProRes RAW format. So in conclusion about shooting with the iPhone 12 Pro Max for real estate, I would say that if you are looking to upgrade from a phone, either the 11 or anything previous to that, I think it's a good upgrade. Now, if you don't already have a DSLR camera, or you're looking to simplify, I think very much that you could shoot real estate photos and video with the iPhone 12. Again, I'll say that I do not think that the iPhone 12 will replace your DSLR or mirrorless camera, but I think that if you don't already own one of those cameras and the iPhone 12 is the only camera that you have in your pocket, you could very much take fantastic looking photos and video of a property. So if you're thinking about upgrading to the iPhone 12 or 12 Pro Max, I would say do it. It's definitely worth it, and being able to shoot photos in the Apple ProRes format is definitely worth the space on your phone. All right, let me know your thoughts about shooting real estate on an iPhone or the iPhone 12 Pro Max. What's your experience? What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below, as well as any questions that you have about this topic. I'm happy to answer those questions as they come in. Don't forget to check out the 2 courses on photography and video using your smartphone for real estate. You can find those in the description below. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more videos like this. We'll be coming out with more videos about shooting for real estate and also how to grow your brand with better photos and video. I'm Nick with Table 19 Media. I'll see you in the next video.